Welcome to Sensual Secrets, where we talk about how you can live in pleasure by embracing your feminine energy, finding and nurturing a deeply loving relationship, and growing into the best version of yourself. My name is Lieke Seles, and I will be your host, guiding you on this intimate journey of self-discovery. I hope you really enjoy, and please subscribe. It would mean so much to me. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to a new episode of Sensual Secrets. Today I want to talk about feeling understood by other women and how important it is to be able to connect with your sisters, especially in times when things get hard for yourself. As I've noticed this past month, I've been going through some emotional, challenging times. And as I've managed to stay in my center with the emotional regulation that I've been applying and all of the tools in my toolbox that have come to good use now, what has helped me a lot throughout this period is to really be able to meet up with my sisters, with my friends, women that have my best interests at heart, and to be able to air my thoughts and to speak to them about what is going on inside of my heart. Because for us women, what is so healing often is to just be understood, to be heard. That is simply what we want, what we need in order for us to process our emotions. And we are totally different wired to men in that regard, as a man always tries to fix a problem or to solve it, to find a solution. What we want is to just breathe, to let it all out, and to be heard, to be seen, to be understood. And that compassionate witness to just be there for you and to just hear what you have to say and to show empathy for it, that is healing in itself. And by just talking about what is going on inside of us, we can find so much more emotional safety. We can soothe ourselves. We can regulate our nervous system, and we can calm ourselves down just by the fact that we feel like someone is there for us, that we don't have to carry this load all by ourselves. And then by speaking about what is going on inside of us, often we already find so much clarity, and that in itself solves the problem. On top of that, when you talk with some friends whose opinion you really value, they can give you so much valuable advice. And it's not a necessity that your friends give you advice. But when you ask for it, it's so beautiful to get the perspective of another woman, to know that you're not just going crazy inside of your own head. And when we get that advice from our sisters, we can find the things that resonate with us. We can find in their perception what is true for us. It doesn't mean that one of your friends or your sisters, that they see things exactly the same way as you do. Because a situation you talk about, especially an emotional situation, is often so vastly complex that you have your complete own experience of it. And especially if you're going through something in a relationship, they don't know all the ins and outs of your relationship or what the other person has said and their perspective. So you can take from your sister's perspective what you find valuable, and you can place that like a little piece of the puzzle into the whole picture, and you can start to create a perspective that benefits you and that helps you to move forward, that helps you to find a solution to this situation, or that helps you to feel better. And then what usually happens, what is such a beautiful side effect, or maybe even the main effect, is that through having this conversation with your sister and through you feeling understood, is that you can transform those feelings. You gaining more clarity, and you are transmuting those emotions into something new. You're alchemizing that energy. You're literally alchemizing that emotion into something new just by talking with your sister. And as I've noticed in these past few days, when I've had a beautiful conversation with my friends and my sisters and people that really have been there for me, is that whenever you have this alchemy happen and your emotions go from chaotic and unsure and all over the place to then finding slowly but surely a pathway that you can walk and you can just recharge each other to walk along that path together. You know that you're not alone. You know that your friends are there for you. You know that you're understood. You know that you're not going crazy. And then next to that, you have this clear vision now and you're filled up with energy. You know how to move a step forward and you know what to do next. You literally create energy together. And after having these conversations, I feel so completely charged while feeling at peace, while feeling, yes, I can do this. I've got this. I feel so empowered. And I'm so, so grateful for all of my sisters for being there for me in the times when I needed the most. And that is why it's so important to invest in your sisterhood friendships, in your relationships, so that you know that whenever you need it, they have got your back. And in that regard, you also being able to be of service to them whenever they need you, and you able to give that support and that nurturing, empathetic love to them in return, not as an exchange, but because you're both willing to be of service to one another and you being of service. And when you are able to be of service to someone, you gain so much energy from that for yourself. Because it's something so inherently feminine to give that nurturing love and to be that compassionate witness for anybody who needs it. And by being of service for others, you can fill up your own cup as well. So yes, ladies, just a little reminder of the importance of feeling understood, of creating sisterhood relationships in which you know that you can count on them whenever you're having a tough time and that you can be of service to them whenever they need you. So is there any way in which you can give more to your sisters or lean more on your sisters? Because I know for myself that whenever I was going through a tough time, that I used to isolate so much more. And now I'm open. I speak to friends. I speak about what's going on inside of me so that I give myself the opportunity to alchemize those emotions and to find clarity. And it's helped me so much more, just like journaling, for example, just to process what is going on inside of me. Instead of isolating and going over it in my own mind, running around in circles and not really getting anywhere, now I reach out for my friends and family. I speak up. I tell them what's on my mind, what's on my heart. And that alone just helps me to heal. So I invite you to reflect on certain topics where you are having a hard time in your own life. And can you reach out to sisters more? And can you make sure that you build those deep connections beforehand when things are good, when you don't really need anyone? Can you invest your energy into honoring those deeply loving, nurturing relationships with other women for the betterment of the both of you whenever either of you needs it? And I'll leave it at that. Have a beautiful day.